Hi, welcome to Modern AI Trading. In this video, I want to talk about the most powerful algorithm that you can use right now in 2024 to predict time series. Well, the thing is that if you have been working in this type of problem, you probably are aware that long-term memory networks, a type of neural network, recurrent neural network actually, are the most popular techniques that people are using for this kind of problem. But in this article that I wrote in Medium, I actually went through a more detailed comparison of the most powerful algorithms, and it's based on a very cool paper. I think it's the best one that you can read on the topic, which is by the author called Garza. And I took from that paper this clip, and you can see the comparison that he does with a lot of models. And there are more modern things here than long short-term memory networks. Actually, there is even a transformer, Time GPT. I spoke about it in my previous videos. And basically, it is a transformer like ChatGPT. Right now, it is available through an API that you can subscribe. But yeah, you need to pay for it. And actually, even though it's the best one, the best model here, the results are very similar to others, like NHITs, for example. And for the daily data, the NHIT algorithm even overtake it, even beats it. So, yeah, I don't think it's worth to pay for a subscription and use a private model API when there are so many public libraries available for the NHITs if you are going to get more or less the same results. So in this article, I recommend using NHITs right now. I think it's the most powerful technique that you can use right now in a very simple way, actually. We will see the code right now. But yeah, just let me say that this algorithm is an extension of the MBits, which is based on a stack of fully connected feed-forward neural networks. The model consists of several such blocks stacked on top of each other, forming a multi-horizon forecasting system. So that gives it a lot of power. Um, if we go down the article, we will see I get some monthly data for the S&P 500 from the Quandle API. I recommend this website to get financial data in a very quick way using Python. And then what I've been doing in this article basically is to calculate the change of the prices of the S&P every month, because we don't want to predict actually the price, but the change in the price, right? So this is my data frame from 1955 to 2023. I have here interest rates. I have here a consumer price index, unemployment rate. The target variable originally was the price of the S&P, but like I said, I transform it to the change in the price every month. So if it is positive, it means the stocks went up. If this column is negative, then it means stocks went down. And this is the PE ratio. Yeah, I think these variables have a clear impact on the prices. So I thought they were cool for this example. And then I am using the darts library. It's one of the libraries that you can use to implement the NHITs. There are more, but I think this one is very simple, straightforward. You just need to import it, and then you create a covariates and a target. The covariates are the columns with the variables that we believe have an influence on the prediction that we want to make. And the target, of course, is the change in the price in this case, right? So, pretty simple. Then you need to define a time window. In this case, we're gonna put 24, so 2 years, and then we want to predict 12 months, so 1 year in the future. Okay, you define a scaler to scale your variables so that there are no problems with the scale. You split the data set in 80%, 20%, pretty standard thing. And then this is the model. You put the input chunk length, the output chunk length, so how long is every part of the data set. In this case, is 655, and then from 655 to the end of the data set, and the number of epochs, 50. You fit the model, and you can call predict method and get your plot. So very easy, very simple. This is the black one is the change in the prices, and the blue one is our prediction. And yeah, when you evaluate it, in this case, I got 96 matches, which was out of 164 months, was 58% of the time I was right. The rest I was wrong. How good or bad is this? Because this is the important part of the video actually. Well, you need to take into account that if you just look at the distribution of the prices, of the monthly changes in the prices of the S&P 500, 60% of the time stocks go up, so the change is positive. 40% is negative. So if I had just predict all the time that prices are gonna go up all the time, I would be correct 60% of the time. So that's actually the best result you're gonna get. And why? And this is the important thing because these changes are pretty random. The stock prices don't follow a seasonal pattern. They are not like climate, like weather. So yeah, this technique is very powerful, but the result that you're gonna get is very similar to the result that you would get if you said that every month stocks are gonna go up. Because what happens is that actually you know that 60% of the time they will go up, and then the other 40% they're gonna go down, but you don't know when. It's pretty random. You cannot say next month they go because this last month is what it went up, then there is a pattern, and then next month they're gonna go down or something like this. It doesn't work like this because there are basically thousands of variables affecting stock prices. So basically, here I say this in my article. Stock prices are not a physical variable that obey a general rule. Instead, their variance is affected by countless variables, which on top of that also change constantly. Therefore, the variance of stocks follows a random pattern, and this is why time series forecasting technique is not gonna work if you intend to make money on the stock market. Instead of that, I advocate for Bayesian neural networks, like the model that I created and use myself, which is available here in bayesianriskbalancer.com. You can subscribe to it and use my predictions. The reason is that you don't really want to know if the next month stocks are gonna go up or down. It's not just that because, like I said, we know that 60% of the time they're gonna go up. So yeah, we can implement this model and say, yeah, next month my model says they're gonna go up. I have a 60% probability of being correct. Well, yeah, congratulations, but that doesn't really tell me anything because what I really want to know is not if they're going up, but how confident I am that they are going up. And then the important thing to make money in the stock market is basing on how confident I am. What decision should I make? How much money of my funds in my portfolio should I allocate for this bet? Because this is basically a bet, like any other type of bet. And the same like in poker, you don't bet all your money because you have a strong hand. Here in the stock market, you don't put all your money in a bet if you are not 100% sure, and you're never 100% sure here. So you always have to implement some risk management, and that is what I am doing with my Bayesian network algorithms. Basically, I am allocating a part of my portfolio for long positions and another part for protecting, hedging short positions that will go up when the market goes down. And the way I allocate these parts is what allows me to make money in the long term. So yeah, this is, I think, the best strategy. But it's also interesting to look at deep learning techniques, of course, and it's interesting to see how time series work. But yeah, I think we need to make a difference between seasonal variables and the stock market, which is not a seasonal pattern. Yeah, so that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. See you in the next video. Bye bye.